After winning the California Democratic primary in the 1968 presidential campaign, Senator Robert Kennedy left a jubilant crowd, exiting through the hotel kitchen. He was shot 3 times and died the next day. Sirhan Sirhan, a 24-year-old Palestinian immigrant, was arrested and later convicted. He admitted shooting Kennedy, but claimed he had no memory of it. Now, new evidence is casting doubt for some on Sirhan's guilt. According to that evidence, Sirhan was standing in front of Kennedy at the time of the shooting, but an autopsy report found that Kennedy was shot at point-blank range from behind. It reportedly shows as many as 13 shots were fired that night, but Sirhan's gun only held 8 bullets. That's one reason why Kennedy's eldest son, Robert Kennedy Jr., visited Sirhan Sirhan in prison. He tells the Washington Post, "There were too many bullets. You can't fire 13 shots out of an 8-shot gun."
All of a sudden I started shaking and fell.
Paul Schrade, a labor leader who campaigned for the former Attorney General, also was hit by gunfire. He's believed for decades that the evidence supports a second gunman.
The prosecution's own evidence that Sirhan did fire 2 shots, missed Kennedy, and shot me.
I want to know what moved Robert Kennedy Jr. to visit Sirhan Sirhan. I could imagine that you had something to do with that.
Well, we've been talking about this a long time. I've talked to other members of the family. One day, right here in this living room, he brought 3 of his youngest kids, and he said, "Look, Paul, you were there that night. They don't know what happened to their grandfather. Would you please tell them?"
Now, the evidence that convicted Sirhan Sirhan was pretty compelling. You had the confession. You also had eyewitness testimony. You also had that smoking gun, the weapon. We should also point out that Robert Kennedy Jr. wants this investigation reopened.
It's fascinating so many years later and still so many questions left unanswered. Michelle, thank you.